Hello, and welcome to the Module 4 video, Accessibility Assistant Workflow. My name is Hannah DeBoard, and I'll be guiding you through how we get into the flow and get things done. So as a general outline, we'll talk about getting started, then let's chat about Word and PowerPoint, and then PDFs, accessible math and equations, troubleshooting common issues, where to get help, and attending meetings and getting paid. These are all of the things you need to know to be a successful accessibility assistant. But if you ever need help, always reach out to your accessibility assistant supports, your GAAs, or the Slack remediation channel. So getting started, make sure you download the Slack team. The link for that is in the additional resources page, and that's where the majority of our communications will come out. Sometimes they're emails from the accessibility assistant supports, but oftentimes you'll get most of your information from Slack. After that, we'll chat about opening OneDrive, downloading files, organization, communication with your graduate accessibility assistant, usually on Slack, but some GAAs prefer email, staying on time, and coming to meetings. And we'll chat about all of these things in the next few videos for Module 4. So next we'll just talk a little bit about the workflow for Microsoft Word documents. First you'll open the file, open the accessibility checker, address the issues, your alt text headings, tables, reading order, then you'll save and label the file and then re-upload it back into OneDrive. PowerPoint, very similar. The accessibility framework is really the same as Microsoft Word, just a few things with reading order that are different, and we'll demonstrate that in the next few videos of Module 4. PDFs are a little bit different just because they're a different program. We use Adobe Acrobat Pro. Make sure when you're downloading that you do download the Pro version because the reader will not have the accessibility tools that we need. If you sign in with your Yale account, you'll be able to access everything you need. The workflow for PDFs kind of depends on what's in your PDF, so if it's a scanned PDF, you'll open it and then you'll scan an OCR just to do text recognition on the PDF. If it's digital, you don't have to worry about that step. You'll go straight to opening the accessibility checker, check for accessibility, and then you'll navigate through all of these checks. And then finally, you'll check for the reading order and the color contrast, because those aren't automatically flagged. And also for PDF editors, Adobe Acrobat, it's a little buggy sometimes, so save your files frequently, because if it's a big file, if there's some complicated issues with it, Adobe Acrobat might crash, so having saved backups is really important. Accessible math is something we talk about a lot in the STARS team. Making it accessible, figuring out ways to better communicate math. It's sort of a growing field, so we're always learning new techniques and developing better ways to make math accessible. Currently, our best options are PhotoMath, MathType, and in-software tools. So for Word and PowerPoint, you won't really have to worry about using PhotoMath or MathType unless it's very complicated equations, because you can just use the equation editors that are inbuilt into the software. For PDFs, it's a little bit different because they don't have a lot of inbuilt equation editing software, so using PhotoMath and MathType will be pretty important, particularly for very math-heavy courses. Like the equation pictured, that'll be a little bit harder to type. Finally, seeking out help is something we really value in the STARS team, whether it's through the Slack channel, by going to office hours, which your accessibility assistant supports will post on the website and in the Slack channel. You can also email your accessibility assistant supports, and always make sure if you're available to go to those STARS monthly meetings. It's a great place to learn more, to communicate with the team, and just to get to know your role even better. And last but certainly not least is getting paid. So you'll visit the student employment website. The easiest way to find it is just by typing in Yale student employment into your browser, and it should pull it up. Then you'll click that little dashboard link that shows up in the kind of the middle left side of the page. You can submit your hours. Make sure you always do that before the deadline. And remember, you can work up to 19.5 hours per week, but during breaks you can work up to 40 hours a week. And somewhere on this student employment site, you'll see a calendar where it'll tell you when the break hours start, so that's when you can start logging those 40 hours a week. Usually these hours are in place for longer breaks that take over a week, just so you're aware. Thank you so much for watching, and now we're going to get into the real meaty content of making documents accessible. So look forward to seeing you in the next few videos, and thank you for joining the team. I know you're going to do a great job.